So y'all asked for it, and here it is. Gray hair. Crystal, do you do gray hair? Yes, here's the gray hair model. Straight from the chair. This is Crystal Gresham Giles coming straight from the chair. And I am live and in person with my beautiful model, Miss Candace. Tell the people, hey, Candace.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, Candace has been with me since I opened. Yeah, since I opened here. So almost 12 years. And we transitioned her from having color on her head to gray. And it is just beautiful. So what I wanted you to see is Candace is dual. Okay, what is dual, Crystal? Let's break this down. Dual is she's relaxed on the side and she's natural in the top. You know why she has that? Because her stylist has it too. I'm natural on the top and I'm relaxed on the sides. So a lot of you all was just wondering about the straightness and the natural. This is what it is. She's relaxed on the side and she's natural in the top. So you can see her curl pattern. She doesn't have a strong curl pattern, but it gets a little curlier in the summertime, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she wears it out a little bit more. But in the wintertime, like I said in my other videos, she has heat memory because we press it out. But there's no damage, because I'm not going to debate with y'all no more about this being damaged. No damage. You just wait. Let Kai get over here and show you up close one day. There's no damage. And you see my hair. There's no damage. It is just heat memory. So let's talk about the word damage. To me, damage is a negative word. And negative words mean broken. When I looked up damage, I'm like, what does damage mean? Damage means broken. There's no breakage. Now, does it have heat memory? Yes. Heat memory? Yes. Some of her strands, but breakage? No. Damage? No. So let's just understand how we do that heat damage quote. Like, let's get away from that negative word. It's not damaged, y'all. Damaged hair means it's broken and it can't be replaced. Yes, the buns, the C buns, the S bun is broken. It's not curved anymore, but the hair is not damaged. And guess what? I don't care about my S pattern being broken because I don't want it. She doesn't care for it. She just gets it curly in the summertime because she want to be able to wash and go. And she can in the summertime. But in the wintertime, she wants it to lay down. So let's get rid of that myth of it being damaged. It's not heat damage. It just has heat memory. Okay? Y'all still want to debate me? Go to the comments. Let's go. So we're on Candace's last shampoo, and I am going to do a mixture that I put together in this, I call it yellow out. This is what gets the yellow from the relaxer out of the hair. Do I want to tell y'all what it is? Probably not. Cause y'all like to judge. Lord have mercy. Y'all be judging what's in it. But no, it's actually peroxide, which is developer, hair color developer, and conditioner. And it's going to remove that yellow out. That's all it is. So as you can see, it's already removing that yellow out. Now you have to be very mindful of this if you're trying to use this on somebody's hair who's not all the way white or completely white, because it will change the color of the dark hair because it's developer. So if it's done consistently, it will change the color. I've seen it change people's hair color from like black or like my color to like a sandy brown. But other than that, this is what we do. We sit it on here and let it process for a minute. I'm going to comb it through. And as you can see, it is already working. And I had someone tell me that you shouldn't put relaxer on certain age women. And I'm trying to figure out, what does age have to do with the hair? Now, don't get me wrong. I know that our hair gets finer as we get older. But if I can evaluate the hair and the hair is still has strength in it, look at her hair. There's no thinning, no fine parts in her hair. So why can't I treat her hair like anybody else's? Infants? No. Little kids? Maybe. It's according to how thick their hair is. But the way I do silk presses now, I can definitely get a kid's hair straight. But that's a whole nother episode about kids. Y'all, there's no such thing as kids' prices. These kids have more hair than you. They have way more hair than you. And then we have to go through all this.
Can you please sit still? Can you not do this? Can you do this? Can you move this way? Can you do that?
You gotta be mindful of all the things we have to go through when you're dealing with kids. Now, do I do kids' hair? Yes. And their prices are the same as my adults. But the kids that sit in my chair, they know how to act. They really do. And it's a lot of times, parents, you are the problem when the kid is in the chair. If you leave and just walk away and go somewhere, 9 times out of 10, the kid will be so much better. But because you have, what we do, we spoil our kids. We feed them. Here's a little sucker. Here's some goldfish. Honey, I don't need all that in the way of me trying to do some hair. Sit down. She'll be okay. Give her a little iPad and me and her are going to be fine. But I digress on talking about kids. Candace hair, once again, is what we call it, dual. Relaxer on the side, natural on the top. And I'm just letting her sit for a few minutes with the yellow out concoction that I have. And then I'm going to mold Candace and put her under the dryer. And I'm going to cut her and curl her when I come from under the dryer, so you all can see the finished results of a gray head and what to do and what not to do when you're curling gray hair. We'll talk about that when I get to the chair and curling her hair. Other than that, let's talk to Candace right here. Candace, how do you feel about going gray? Because I know that took some moments for you.
It was a little traumatic, but after realizing that I was losing the battle against the gray with the sprays and the crayons and, trying to keep it, I was like, this is ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I just said, embrace it. And Crystal was there. I did some unorthodox things to get there.
Yeah,
But we did it. And
yeah,
I haven't looked back. I've even encouraged some of my girlfriends.
yeah. Y'all know one of the things Candace told me what happened to her when she went gray? She said the young boys.
You ain't supposed to tell that, Crystal.
Oh,
It's true.
okay. Well, I'm gonna just tell them in secret. The young boys were the ones that were the person. She said she got the door held more often now that her hair is completely gray by the younger guys than she did with color. So now, let me say this. As a stylist, this is not what I'm encouraging. I love doing color. Do not force yourself to go into gray. I am a colorist. Come get your color. But when you get to that point and you're tired of it, I get it. Because that gray line is going to show up a week or two later. I'm telling you, y'all have to understand, it's not saying that the color did not take. The color took. But as long as you are breathing, in a week or two, if you're completely white or 75, 80% white, you're going to see a white line come up. And that line is going to look like this, because it's like having, say, just like this towel, just this towel, even if her hair was a little blondish, if I had a black towel, that white is going to show up really quick on any color. It doesn't matter what it is. I can get a darker brown towel. I can get a black towel. That white is going to show up real quick. So brown hair, y'all like that description? Yes, it's going to show up. So the minute your hair starts growing in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're going to get that line and it's going to look like, oh my God, I just got this color done. Right. My clients who get color, who's covering their gray, they're at the point where they have to get it once a month. It's not the 6 to 8 weeks anymore. It's literally once a month. Wow. So be mindful of that. And once again, I'm not pushing you away. Come on back. You can get some color as long as you want. Everything is just about a choice, you know, and how people handle your choice. For how long you been coming, Candace?
Ever since you opened. When was it?
Yeah, 2013. Yeah, I opened my salon in 2013. Oh, for everybody.
Where are you located? Where are you located? Where are you located?
I'm located in the beautiful city of Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, Atlanta is a real place. So stop letting the social media say we're not a real place. It is definitely a real place. I was born and raised here. And I'm in West Midtown of Atlanta. So I'm actually in the city of Atlanta. So you don't have to ask, am I in Noonan or Dunwoody? No, I'm in the city of Atlanta. Now, Candace is pretty much done. I'm going to put just a little conditioner in her top. Now, I know y'all still asking, what
Products are you using? What products are you using?
the products I'm using is a hair care line called Chosen Symmetry. Chosen Symmetry Hair Care. I'm going to pick up a bottle in 1 second and show you what the line looks like. But this line is absolutely amazing. It is black on. And so there's the clarifying shampoo. And on her head, you can use the Perfection 345. Mango Moisture Lock shampoo. It locks in the moisture. And then my favorite is the charcoal shampoo and the tea tree conditioner. These two are my favorite. But we will go deeper into those products so that you all can get a little clarity on it. Also, remember, I am your virtual stylist. We do virtual consultations on Google Meet. I have had some great opportunities to meet some great people and to give them some amazing advice on their hair. And people are like, well, you can't touch the hair. I know I can't, but I can say a lot by looking. I can see a lot by looking. And a lot of times people just want to know, what can I do with my hair? Nobody's talking to the clients. You all stylists are not giving full consultations. So the clients are kind of confused on why their hair isn't working or what's not working for their hair or why their hair is doing this. And a lot of times it just comes from a deep, in-depth consultation. Also, I think once a week, I want to be able to do live consultations. I want to do if you can come online and you can answer all your questions, I can answer as many as I can. And we'll do it like 30 minutes. Just get your question in. I'll answer them. That way, if you don't want to book a one-on-one, you can kind of get your questions asked. But it's 30 minutes. So I'm just hoping y'all going to jump on. I'm hoping they just jump on and start asking questions. And if they don't, then there won't be no consultation. Leave-in conditioner. Chosen leave-in. And that 345 spray. You see how many sprays? Just across the top. And one of the things I do with my naturals, sometimes I can actually mold her or I can blow dry her. Either or. I'm going to mold the sides down, but the top, I'm going to blow dry first. And y'all see what brush I'm using. If it upside down, That Gresham Giles brush, that wooden brush with the wooden teeth, with no little pings on the end to get the hair tangle, no melting. And understand, it's not as easy to blow dry your hair with a brush and the blow dryer together by yourself. Like, I can do it because I tend to do it. It takes time and it takes practice. So don't beat yourself up if you can't get it right away. And also remember that this nozzle, it turns. So when you're blow drying, it's hot though. When you're blow drying, you can turn the nozzle in different directions when you're doing the hair. I think a lot of times we forget that. And I'm going to put our handy dandy friend, which is some Nairobi. And I'm just putting that around the sides where the relaxed hair is. And yes, the blow dry hair will blend in to it.
Is the Nairobi on the site too, Crystal?
Yes, Nairobi is on our site. That's a molding foam. It is to mold the hair. You do not want to put this on hair that you want to be long and flowing. This is for molding. And our wraps. And I think what we might do is, if you order a certain amount, I haven't figured it out, we'll add some wraps in for you. These are the strong wraps, as you can see. And that's how she goes under the dryer. So now my client has come from up under the dryer. But guess what? You have to come back next week for part 2 to see the finished look and the cut. Aw, don't be mad. Just tune in next Sunday at 3 o'clock and you will get to see the finished look of Candace Cardi.